What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So good thing is that everything on my list for stocks is looking pretty positive. I guess a couple of things may look a little bit red, but majority of it is up a significant amount. It looks really, really good. Love to see green in the markets. Love to see that we're seeing positive movement rather than the negative movement or normal negative movement that we see. But what we're here to talk about is our normal position that we kind of mention every single day and give you guys an update, which would be AMC. AMC is one of the more significant investments that I've made in the stock market. And the reason being is because of the massive short interest that we can see, right? I love when you have the ability to make so much more off of a play when it has something to it, some sort of substance to it that can propel it to a whole nother level. It just, I don't know, it just feels different. You saw it with GME, you saw it with AMC as it did rise all the way up to $76. You see it with things like SOS and things like ZOM and things like even Tesla that's heavily shorted. The short interest means the world. And it does also mean the world, but in an opposite sense when you see that short interest decrease. And that's kind of what we're dealing with today with AMC is we're seeing the number with the short interest percentage actually at a way lower point than where it has been. I expect it to recover and get back to normal after everything that's going on with the dilution. So I think there's something wacky that's happening there, but there could also be real numbers that we're looking at here when it comes to the short interest. But I wanted to make you guys aware of exactly where things are and the discrepancies that we see with it. So before we get started, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are also in the description. But one thing that I like about what's going on here, right, with AMC, one, the amount of shares that I had have increased. And I don't know why they've increased. I don't know if they've I don't know what they've done, but they've increased. I only had 130 shares and now I have 147. So I don't know what happened, but we'll have to see. I don't know if they added any shares to holders or something. That's something brand new that I just noticed right now as I kind of logged in and saw that. But currently, if we're looking at AMC, it's slightly up. It's kind of flat, I guess. You can look at about 0.05% increase. We are seeing 20 million shares worth of volume. 21 almost million shares worth of volume, which is kind of 4 times where the average usually hovers. So that's a good thing, seeing a lot of that volume, but it's also because of the potential dilution as well as the potential lows that it could be at. And seeing these lows, people want to make these investments at lower lows to make money as time goes on. So what's happening with AMC right now? We see that the day hasn't closed. We've seen that it hit its high today of $11.70 before actually, or kind of after hitting a low of $10.72. Now we're seeing it around $11, which again is around flat for where it did close at, which was around $11.07. It opened up at $11.24. The pre-market was kind of flat. We didn't really see too much activity that was happening there. But we did see it climb out of this hole of $10.72 and, decrease, fall below the 15 moving average, VWAP, 200 EMA, climb above it, kind of creating this little bit of a double top scenario. But we did see this ascending W that it created, pushing it up to a higher level and kind of using the VWAP as a form of, support before decreasing and breaking below that at the end of the day. Now, who knows exactly where this is going to go at the end of today? We could see this continue to drop down to here and probably hopefully bounce off of these levels and not break through these levels. But that's kind of where AMC is at if you're looking at the price point and looking at everything. Now, again, I don't know what happened and why I gained 17 shares here, but I did gain 17 shares overall. Maybe it was a form of consolidation. I don't know. That's honestly very, very confusing for me. But the main point while we're here is to see the potential. I've talked about this in the previous video, is the potential of AMC has kind of decreased. And the reason being is because of the reverse split and the dilution. Mainly the dilution. Reverse split just gives you lessens the shares that are out there. But the dilution actually dilutes your position, and it takes more of an effort, a higher market cap to get to the levels that you wanted to get to because you added more shares to the overall position. But what we're focusing on is more or less the short interest. And that's where I wanted to, bring your attention to, because what once was just a few days ago, as you saw this at 28%, short interest, that's what you see here, 28.6% short interest, to decreasing down to where it is at 12.4% short interest of free float. Now, I believe that this is going to have, kind of a leveling out, and it's going to kind of get back to normal, maybe hover around 20+% at some points. But right now it's like so iffy, and things are kind of weird, to me at least. But that is a low short interest for something that is so heavily shorted. And as you see over here, even in the last few days, you're still looking at 58% short, 60% short. This is not the short interest. This is the amount of shorted volume, which means that it's not necessarily held overnight. It's not necessarily held for a long-term position. It's just something that's shorted for maybe quicker transactions, right? Just like you can trade something, sell it, trade it again, sell it, trade it again. You have, maybe 1,000 buy orders each one. You have 3,000 shares that were traded there, but realistically, you're still not even holding those 3,000 shares. You sold them and gained a profit every time. And same thing here. They could short it, gain a profit, it goes up, short it, gain a profit, it goes up, short it, gain it, and just continue that overall method. So you're seeing the shorting that's happening, 58%, 60%. And still on this list, it shows about 29.2% short interest of free float versus Ortex that's showing 12.46% compared to the last 3 months, which is 19.8% within the last 3 months there. So sorry, but I think my voice is going out. But my opinion of this is that, like I said, I think that we're going to see, an adjustment period, especially for all the dilution and what's happening with AMC and this, and trying to survive with AMC, and we'll see that kind of fluctuate and eventually get back to a form of normalcy and hover around probably those high 20% short, because it still is something that is heavily shorted daily. But we'll see how this all plays out. Let me know your opinion down below. But guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.